It is a beautiful sunny day in West Crown, Cheliax. The birds are singing, children are laughing, couples are walking through the streets holding hands, food vendors are hawking their wares, the smells of the food waft through the streets of Rego Krua, the poor district of West Crown, a district we've spent some time in during our adventures thus far. And we head as far away as possible from the river as one can get, to a small building at the corner of two streets. Lowen, what does this building look like?
It's a very old building. It has shops underneath. There is a small kind of bookshop, perhaps. It's kind of more of a mix of people having set up things like maybe renting spaces, and above that there is I imagine 2 layers of living blocks, like apartments, with like a little sort of side alley with a almost shady little side door where you could actually enter if you live there.
Walking up to this building, we see Sombra. Sombra, it is a warm spring day, although walking through the shadows between the buildings, there's still a cool chill where the sun hasn't necessarily baked heat into the cobblestones of the street just yet.
Having received an invitation from Lowen, and sort of getting the vibe that Lowen might appreciate comfortable things, the finer things, presentation, that's been a bit of the vibe that Sombra has gotten, is wearing cleaner, better cared linens. What she usually wears has been washed, scrubbed off. She is wearing a fairly newly acquired freshly sleeveless, long, dark maroon vest. However, where there would have been intricate, maybe sort of magically glowing threads from enchantments, is very crudely painted, almost graffiti up and down all over it in dark colors. Like almost what would be a child's drawing of a devil, like a little face with horns, a little rounded hand with the middle finger sticking up, various swear words, or definitely crossed out. Sort of fancy and cheeky for Sombra. However, she is also carrying under her bag a wrapped paper package.
I guess there's no doorbell for you to buzz Lowen's flat because this is not to modern age. Lowen, how do you normally receive visitors to your flat?
Yeah, I think because it's an older building in a sort of poorer area, there is no kind of security in the sense in the downstairs door, so it's open. I will say residents sometimes try and like kind of make their own little mechanisms, but eventually it always gets broken. But you can go up to, if you have, obviously Summer would have the house number or like the apartment number, you can go up and then just there's like a little like knocker on the door.
Knock, knock, knock.
Lowen has just finished setting up some stuff because he invited Sombra over to teach her something, as was promised. Teach her Shadow Tongue. And he just finished setting something up when he hears the knock and will unlock the door and open it and give a nod to Sombra. I mean, like, welcome. Steps aside.
Thanks. Sombra peeks her head in first, looks around.
Yeah, it's the apartment is tidy. It's it's not big. It's like a 1-bedroom apartment, but really small. There's a like in the same kind of like living area, there's something of a makeshift kitchen. But it's tidy. There is a desk and like bookcases and a bunch of stuff that looks like Lowen has collected over the years, whether legally gotten stuff or not, stuff hanging from the walls. But yeah, I think a general first impression would be tidy and organized.
Oh, I brought you this, and Sombra hands off this paper package to Lowen. Lowen, as you received it, it's warm to the touch, smells spiced, warm, a little oily.
He looks surprised and takes it and goes, thanks, I thought I was supposed to be providing lunch. And we'll take it and we'll wait for her to probably step inside, close the door and gesture for her to take a seat, and we'll then carefully unwrap it.
They're stuffed grape leaves. So you see little bundles of dark green leafy packages, and those familiar to Westcrown, or especially in the halfling community, to be very familiar with these stuffed grape leaves that are filled inside with seasoned rice, marinated in yogurt, with fresh mint and other spices into the rice as well, and then cooked for many hours until tender.
I think Lowen once again sort of looks surprised and then confused. Maybe he misunderstood what the deal was, but...
Not your taste?
Oh, no.
I can vouch for that restaurant, they're pretty damn good.
No, it looks fine. It was more just, like I said, I thought I was supposed to, but thank you. Hungry?
Whenever you are. Is that all for, and Sombra mentions to a table that is filled with things?
Yeah, there is like a sort of coffee table that, where they put like, what looks to be, at first glance, from like the little, drawing on the front, like a children's book, as was promised. But there's also stacks of papers with writing in Lowen's handwriting. It seems like he has prepared a full lesson.
Holy shit.
And yeah, as you sort of go look at it, he's like, you wanted to learn, no?
I didn't
you don't
expect...
learn just from a children's book.
Okay.
Why don't you go take a seat? I'll take care of the food. And he'll walk off to grab some plates and divide the food and get cutlery. And
Lowen, what are you wearing?
Lowen's, I think, not very far from the usual. It's a really deep, dark red kind of like blouse, with the sleeves rolled up, especially he's been handling stuff, and just a regular kind of like black trousers. I will say that his hair is has like kind of a like braids to the side and is in a knot in the back, so he's done more of his hair. But Lowen tends to wear a lot of the same.
I mentioned that this building was on the corner between two streets, so I imagine that you've got two windows with maybe wooden shutters. One that looks out to the left, that is where sunlight is streaming through the open window, providing a nice breeze, and then the other side is out in the shade, and then you can feel some cool wind from that side.
Yeah, I like that. He'll take the plates over to Sombra, hand her one, and sit down next to her, and go, well, eat first, learn first at the same time.
Sombra's just like looking almost concerned, flipping through the various parchment papers, looking a bit overwhelmed and confused. At the literal academic lesson prepared.
Yeah. You asked a wizard for a lesson, this is what you're going to get. You will see that I think for Sombra at least, on a lot of the parchment, it looks like there is a list of words and then translation, because there's words that you can read and words you can't read, sort of in rows next to each other. And then other pages which is writing, or like explanation on like grammar and stuff, if you sort of flip through it real quick. But he's taking the time to write this. There is also, I imagine, maybe a book that he has maybe on some Shadow Tongue, or maybe just general languages. He's gathered what he could find, but there wasn't a lot.
This is impressive. I mean, one of the early training things I used to do with the sister was burn stuff like this.
Burn it? Why?
Because House Throne abhors independent thinking.
But it's language.
And books and written language is exactly the way to do that.
Well, that's why I couldn't find that many books.
That's why I don't know my language.
Yes, I imagine. Well, I figured it would be useful for me as well as a refresher, or anyone else that might be interested, so I thought it was worth the effort.
Yeah. Is that a hobby of yours, learning languages? How'd you come to...
Well, hobby, yes. I do like learning. Other than that, I mean, I think, has Sombra seen, or has Sombra clocked that he's a Shadowcaster?
Yeah, she has seen the shadowy dark spells with names like Flens, but yeah.
Oh, that's not to do with that, but yeah. But like, obviously I dabble in some shadow magics, and I have connections with people who are connected to the Shadow Realm, so it felt useful to know, especially when trying to learn spells. Not every spell is written in a language that I can understand, so sometimes I have to learn. I think knowledge is one of the most valuable things we have, more important than gold or anything else.
Speaking of which, this feels
What?
uneven.
Uneven how?
I wasn't half joking, but I feel like I'm getting way more out of this bargain than what I put in, and I feel I'm going to be in some debt to you, and
Oh,
it's not always fun.
no, I was genuine. I mean, your services will be required.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm getting.
No,
So it's useful for you
You see, like Lowen trying to figure out kind of like how to phrase this, and after a moment he just sighs and he goes, "Look, I know a thing or two about what it's like to have a missing part of your identity, I guess, and I don't know. I just felt like helping."
Say that part instead then.
Well, I just did.
Grand.
You were how old again when you were taken?
Too young. 4, 5. Don't remember much.
Right, yes, that would be, I guess, enough to not remember. Is it all gone? Just...
They do a
Nothing
really
left.
thorough job of erasing every part that makes you unique. Because good soldiers should be molded and equal. Good little tools. No differences.
Yes. I don't know that, but I do know about people trying to mold you. Yes, I wasn't taken, but I was an orphan, dropped at an orphanage. I was too young. I don't remember anything before that. And you see, like, he's sort of trying to figure out, like, how he doesn't really open up to people, but I think he does feel like, because Sombra is concerned about being in debt of sorts, he does feel like he should give her more context, but then also new and uncomfortable. At the orphanage, there was a woman. She's nice. The only nice person around. Long story short, I hung around her so much that I picked up her traits. She taught me to speak. I was, like I said, I was really young when I was dropped off. I sound like her, the accent, but I don't know where she's from.
Oh.
So I don't know where there are people in the world that sound like this. And when I was eventually adopted, well, my adoptive mother hated how I sounded. Spent a lot of time, money, and effort trying to get me to not sound like that. And I managed to do that and then refused to use it because it's fun to get her to waste all that time and money. But that's not the point.
So you did retain something of who you actually are.
Well, I make an active effort to not drop it. I still don't know where she was from. I consider traveling until I come across a place where people sounded like me, but I don't know. And it doesn't matter that much, but it...
Oh, I meant to say the rebellion.
Rebellion.
Yeah.
That wasn't... I've always been like that.
Exactly. Or rather, that makes sense. Or rather, takes one to know one.
Sorry, I'm bad at this.
At what exactly?
Talking about this.
Yes, and I am also our collective's most masterful orator, right?
Maybe we should get to teaching then. Less talking.
Just less talking and teaching?
Well, less personal.
I don't mind it every now and then if that's what helps you connect. It doesn't have to be for services either.
No,
If it makes you more comfortable, we can add a service in here or two.
Oh, no. He just sort of, like, looks even more, like, unsure what to do. He goes, listen, I was being honest when I said that missing identity. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't care who my birth parents are. They dropped me off, so screw them. But I don't even know if today is supposedly my birthday. I don't even know if that's true. I don't even know if that date is correct.
Wait, what? Sombra looks around the apartment. Is there a calendar with the date ripped off and a little circle on the date?
There is a calendar. There's nothing marked on there specifically.
Shit. Sombra, who has been sitting on the couch, sort of looks down at her lap, and she does this physical show of like patting her arms down, her chest down, her legs down, her pockets. No. And Sombra begins unwrapping the linen cloth that is around her hands. And they, as mentioned, they have been freshly laundered, look a little clean. They look a little old, a little worn and frayed, but clean. She unwraps it and then turns to Lowen. May I?
He looks so confused. May what?
I'm taking a stab in the dark here, okay? Close your eyes.
He looks so like skeptical and confused, but was like, okay, and will close his eyes.
Sombra stands up and leans down in front of Lowen, and Lowen had on this blouse, I hope is collared, and you feel Sombra lift the collar, and she essentially winds that one long linen strap around the collar and ties it at the base like a makeshift tie or ribbon that closes the blouse. And you feel her fidgeting a few times.
Yeah, I will say the moment, like, at first when you touch, like he seems to, like, flinch almost. Like, it's because he can't see, it's almost like a natural, like, oh, fuck, like, some, like, kind of flinch. And then when he realizes, like, or remembers, okay, there's no danger or whatever, he relaxes a little bit, or tries to.
Oh, sorry. Sombra almost kind of leaves it half done noticing the flinch. Happy birthday. Gesturing at the half-done linen, now ribbon, around the collar.
He opens his eyes and like looks down and is like, thanks. You don't have to.
You're welcome is the thing most people tend to say. If you hate it, get rid of it. You say you lost it, and my feelings won't be hurt because.
No. Thanks. Sorry, I didn't mention it because, like I said, I don't celebrate. I didn't mean to make you feel put on the spot, or... Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm not exactly going to run out and get you, like, a huge party with strippers. Is that something you want?
No, please don't. No,
okay.
Please don't. It's fine. You brought food. I made sandwiches, but... Book. And
holy shit, it's a book.
I think it's Lowen did have to, if I remember looking at Krifu, put in some effort to find it. I think it was I had to go to a temple.
You went to the Temple of Zonkuthan.
Yeah.
You actually visited the Kayal community in Westcrown to pick this up.
Yeah, Lowen picks up the book. It's a children's book. It has like a it's multiple like drawings on the front. It looks like it's a collection of stories rather than one. And Lowen holds it and opens it and goes, "You did ask for a nursery rhyme. There are a couple in here, but it's mostly just separate stories, tales. I hope that's all right."
Yeah, that sounds cool.
He goes to one of the papers and he grabs one and hands one to her. And says, there's one thing I wanted to read. I put the translation on the paper so you can follow along. I will guide in the book with my finger so you can see where I'm at. It won't make much sense now, but at least you get a feeling or what it sounds like, and then we can take it word by word afterwards. Does that sound?
Sure, that's a start.
He opens the book on a page and then starts reading the first nursery rhyme in Shadow Tongue, and will move his finger kind of along the word so Sombra can follow. And in Shadow Tongue, that sounds a little like this. Little Ashka plants 2 seeds, one a flower, one a weed, one in dark, one in light, one with care, one with might. Little Ashka then plants some more, a field of crops to feed the poor, a field that thrives in bright of day, and rests at night in calming shade. Little Ashka learns how to farm, and learns that dawn does her no harm. And we'll look at Sombra and go. We can do it word by word now if you want. We can try and make the sounds.
I think for all the flustered and small little outbursts that Sombra was having, she is just looking deadly quiet at the sheet, at Lowen reading it, and back at the sheet. Like, Sombra doesn't have pupils, but it would be noticeable that her eyes are a bit like glistening, and she's very humbled by the moment. Not only hearing something in Shadow Tongue that is being directed at her for her benefit, but also a poem that seems to, or a nursery rhyme that seems to encompass a lot of Sombra's growth or desired projection for growth.
Yeah, and I think Lowen having the same no pupils thing, he would probably recognize that and look at her and go like, "Are you alright?"
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, good. I'm glad. You wanna try?
Little Eshka
Close.
plants to seeds,
Seeds.
but there's two of them, shouldn't there? Seeds.
Yeah, so if you see, and he starts like explaining kind of like the way the letters work and stuff, and goes like that, and then goes through some of the other papers after that, and we'll give them to her and be like, I made a simple word list. I made and gives her a second for this. Like so many papers now. I also made the essentially the alphabet translate into Dane. I can, if you prefer Infernal, I can try and do that. This was the easiest, however. You can keep them together, and then you can learn to read the alphabet and then learn the words. It's only 50 base words, but that's the most important ones. You'll see more often, and then after that, once you've got those, then we'll continue to the rest. Slowly. Takes time.
Yeah, this is still a lot that you've done.
Like I said, he did a good job at burning books, if I can say so. So yes, so this is for me, for you, but also for me to have as a bit of a archive is not the right word, but yes, to add to my collection.
So that's also who you are. You're someone rebellious, and you're someone who likes hoarding.
Hoarding knowledge, yes. Other than that, and he sort of like gestures around the apartment is tiny. I don't like clutter.
Cool.
He just sort of like try. You see, he's trying to figure out like how to hold a conversation. Like, do you normally read? Well, a lot.
No. The missus enjoyed reading whenever we found caches here and there.
Wait, are you saying they read the books they were supposed to burn?
After the fact, whenever we on old missions, when we would spring some crops, they ultimately also found some books they couldn't carry with them, and rather than have them burned, found their way to readers.
Well, I've lived in Westcott my entire life, but it is tough sometimes to learn things when they change history every, 3 months? I do like to occasionally try and see if I can get a copy, but they're tough to get. So, if you ever see one, let me know. I know they're expensive, but...
If I see one, I will definitely let you know. What sort of other things are you personally interested in? Sombra says as she's just like flipping through the vocabulary
all the
sheets.
paper. And you see, like, you ask that question about a very simple question, essentially, what are your hobbies? And you can tell he's struggling to answer it. He doesn't, like, he's like, well, reading, learning, magic. I do the work I do, similar that you do. That, I guess.
You want to learn how to throw a punch? So she flips over another piece of paper.
It looks like, maybe not right now. Might be useful. You know what? I will take you up on that another time, maybe.
All right. Lesson 1 will be throwing a punch. Lesson 2 will be flipping down a flight of stairs.
Not sure if I enjoy the second part. I'd rather stick with punch. There's something that goes into punching, right? You said that you had years of training.
This is sort of horrible to say, but if a kid can do it.
Listen, I'm not saying that I cannot throw a punch. All I'm saying is I might not have the right technique. There's a difference. It's like with magic. Everyone can read a spell. Doesn't mean that something happens if you don't know what you're doing. Or maybe something will happen and it's completely wrong and you might die. Or other people will.
And some people, even without trying, have magics or pray to the right sky daddy or whole mommy, also have powers.
Yes, which is... Well, let's just say I've met people who like to use that a lot and shouldn't. I've met many people. You know what Westcrown's like. Who will do anything to get a little bit higher up the ladder.
Where are you on the ladder then? Are you climbing? Are you descending?
I like to think I'm descending. I guess I was higher up. Not by choice. I didn't like it. Too much. Even more backstabbing there than here. Couldn't trust anyone, really. Had my trust broken far too many times, so I decided... Let's just say there are only so many daggers that can get stuck in your back before you realize there's no more space. The next one is going straight into your chest. I am trying to prevent that final dagger from landing.
Man, catching daggers out of midair would be something I think I would be really good at in the future.
I can teach you that. There's a spell for that.
Of course there is.
You've seen me do it.
I've seen you do it. You know what? Another birthday gift. You point at one person, no questions asked. I punch them. Once. A good one. After that, questions have to be asked in discussions, but you get one freebie, no questions asked.
I was thinking there are so many good choices. I'll make a list.
No, you get one for your birthday.
I know, I make a list and then I'm gonna let you pick, maybe. Maybe roll a die.
I'd rather just know who to punch rather than have to think about it.
He's getting it's almost like a twinkle in his eye as he thinks of it. And he goes, well, there is... Do you remember at the very beginning when we met, there was a man with me in the tavern?
I saw some stuck-up looking person poof
yes, that
away.
One. Yes, that one. If you ever encounter him, please. Don't say it was for me, but if you ever... There's at least 2 daggers in there that came from him, so please.
Okay. Broken nose for Poofy guy.
Broken nose sounds great. Oh, that's gonna be great. Oh, yes, straight in the face. He's gonna hate that. And that means I love it.
Happy birthday.
He just laughs, thank you. Yeah. I wish I could not see him, but... Talked about strings is the one I reattached. It's useful. Gives me work at times.
Sounds like you're also very adept at cutting strings or manipulating them as well. Does this person have that much over you?
No. He was my mentor for magic, and he also was, well, I considered him a brother at a point. And he broke my trust. I did it again. And that's where I drew the line. And decided that, well, I couldn't really trust anyone, not without being vulnerable. And so I decided something else. I decided if people were going to use me, I would use them in return. So that's why the string's attached. We have a deal. He gets to use me, I get to use him.
Huh. Like, you see Sombra lift her hand and start counting on her fingers. And she's counting out the people in our group. I don't think anyone within our immediate circles kind of looks around a bit guiltily, has the capacity or know-how to actively use someone like you, Lowen.
He smiles at first, and then it fades, and they go, let's just say I learned it in order to survive.
No judgment from me. This place is hell.
Yes, it's hell here. It's even worse on the island.
Oh, the island. That place can't sink fast enough.
Yes, I wish it did. Love to watch those people try and swim in those clothes. It's bad here, it's worse there. That's why I like being here. I like descending on the ladder, as you said. It's still bad. It's easier. I feel like I don't have to watch my back as much.
I know exactly what that's like.
You do?
We do.
Is it because you've left the sisters?
Essentially, yeah. I was going to be raised to die for the people on the island. To kill for the people on the island.
Oh yeah, don't do that. That's not...
Yeah, no.
Why would they want to do that? Makes no sense.
Yeah, but they're people happy enough to do it. They think they're happy enough to do it.
Lowen just looks so kind of like confused, but also kind of annoyed, and goes, trust me, they're not worth it. They are... Do you know, and you don't know, I'm going to tell you now, why I was taken out of the orphanage? Not because someone really wanted a child. I was a charity case. They wanted to look good. She wanted to look good. You know, a hellspawn were coming into fashion, I guess. And she decided that I guess she figured maybe if she adopted someone like me, that would make her look good and make her popular rise to the ladder. I don't even know what her reasoning was. I was a throw pillow. Essentially. Who the hell does that?
Someone hopefully literally burning in hell?
I hope so.
And they probably prayed their way there too. Ha!
Yeah. Well, she's not there yet, but I always just want to see her lose everything she has. I don't need to win. There is no winning. I don't need to. I just need to see her lose.
Isn't winning also deciding not to play the game?
I wish I could. It's not just what she did, it's what she took. She did not just take my childhood, she took a chance at getting a good place. The woman I told you about, she was working hard to make enough money so I could come home with her, and she just rich bastard beat her to it. And when I left the island, I came here and I thought I'd go visit her, see how she's doing, maybe reconnect. Got to the orphanage, I asked about her. They told me she died 2 months ago at that time. I missed her by 2 months.
Oh.
If I had the courage to leave earlier, just 2 months earlier, it wasn't even illness or anything. It was just the fucking night that took her. Creatures.
You lost your light.
I think at that he sort of like falls silent as he ponders that and goes, yes, I lost it the moment I was taken away from her. I went to try and look for a grave. Doesn't have one. She was, I guess, an immigrant. moved here. No one even knows who her family is. No one knows where she's from. No one knows what came to do here. She's came here and tried to make the lives of kids better and not even given a grave. Just her name lost, I guess. I put, there's a large tree at the graveyard. You might have seen it before. I put a little ribbon on it for her name. That's all I could do.
Sombra looks like very pensively for a moment. And just kind of turns her head to look straight at Lowen. And with a very sincere, sad look, says, I'm sorry you went through that. I'm sorry your light was taken from you. It shouldn't have happened to you.
I don't need your sympathy, but thanks. Sorry, this is not what you came for.
No, but it's important to say. Even when the recipient doesn't want to hear it, or doesn't think they need to hear it, or think they don't deserve to hear it. Been there, done that.
Oh, it's in the past now, is it? I can't.
It's not in the past. Is it in the past, Lowen?
The events are in the past. What are you, a therapist?
No. I punch things really hard when I don't get my way.
I see. Maybe I should try and punch things.
It helps. I wallow in the dark, get sad and angry, I drink a lot, go to places, and then these really weird people in a bar converge after a really long series of weird events. And somehow we're all looking at death for multiple times. And now we're talking about our lights and our darknesses.
Yeah, I will say. Life works funny that way. Putting people together. I mean, if it wasn't for Morris, I guess I wouldn't come anyway, but...
The past isn't the past.
Yeah, I know. But I want it to be. But I find that I can't.
Welcome to the club. Well, no, you're a lifetime member, never mind.
Right, I see. Well, as you know, I'm not very good at this, but for what it's worth, next time you feel like drinking too much and punching things, stop here on your way.
I heard about this really cool bar that someone by Flint owns.
Oh, no, I've been there. Well, you might like it. Not for me. It's a bit much, a bit loud.
Yeah, but if you see me having a good time, that might be really entertaining, cathartic for you.
Looks confused. What?
Someone's got to be sober enough to remember all the shit I'm doing sometimes.
And you giving me that responsibility? Want me to document it for you? Do you want to recall or do you want to forget? I'm not sure.
There's more things for you to force services for.
No. God. Are you joking? I hope you're joking.
Like I said, master orator of the group. That's what I am.
And I am... what?
And you're the group, softy.
Softy? You just looked offended. What do you mean?
Just like I'm the master orator of the group, that makes you the softy.
I'm gonna ask the others. I'm not taking that.
But, above table as Ida, as Sombra is making fun of herself, like she's clearly not an orator, but now and then she has a moment of a word. And Lowen is clearly not a softie, but now and then the vulnerability is like, help me, senpai, woo-hoo.
But also understand that Lowen doesn't get that it's a joke.
Yeah, I'm making sure that Anna gets the joke.
Yeah. That's appreciated.
As we see Lowen and Sombra laughing and then returning to studying and practicing the language of Shadow Tongue, two yellow-breasted songbirds land on the sunny side of the window that is open in Lowen's apartment, but their musical presence goes unnoticed by the students of Shadow Tongue. Tumble Through presents Twilight's Edge, a Pathfinder 2e actual play of the Council of Thieves Adventure Path, converted from Pathfinder 1e. Tumble Through uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's fan content policy, paizo.com/licenses/fan content. Tumble Through is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. It is a beautiful sunny day in West Crown, Cheliax. The birds are singing, people are walking through the streets, laughing, couples are holding hands, and... Hold on, I'm sorry.
I feel set up. I feel so set up.
I was like, what the fuck's happening here?
Oh my
Okay.
god, should I leave that in?
That could be the outro, but hi, listeners.
Yeah,
Thank you for tuning in.